Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a pick a card reading. And so today's reading is going to be on a soul connection that you're experiencing maybe some sort of a challenge or even separation with. And so you want to know, why is it so difficult to let this situation or this connection go? Maybe you've tried before and you've been unsuccessful. Something just keeps energetically pulling you back to this person, whether it's your heart or your mind or just the energy. They just keep showing up in your energy field. So we're going to go ahead and do this pick a card to see what that may be and what it's all about. So take the messages, of course, as they resonate with you and get rid of what does not resonate. So we're going to be using these 3 Orgonites today. I will put the timestamps down below, but these Orgonites are all created by Wing and Bell. We have the Moonstone Heart Orgonite, the Blue Christmas Tree Orgonite, and the Eclipse Orgonite. So the decks that I'm going to be using here today, I'm using a total of 8. So 3 of them are going to be from myself: Spirits of Darkness and Light, Signs from Spirit Love Oracle, and the Twin Flame Oracle. So these are available at my Etsy shop, but if you're international, email me and I'll send you a special link. I'm also going to be using a new deck that I've never used on camera before. I think I used it on a pick a card in my Instagram. This is called the Hidden Worlds. So the Hidden Worlds, Secret of the Hidden Worlds cards by Lucy Cavendish. Very cool deck. We're also going to be using Whispers of Love Oracle. And then these 3 decks are created by the same artist. This is Danielle Noel. So she created the I grabbed the wrong one. The Moonchild Tarot, which is this one here, and the Star Child Tarot. She did the artwork, obviously, and she's the author of these 2 decks. But this one is called the Work Your Light Oracle cards. It's her artistry, but it's actually written by Rebecca Campbell. So anyways, wanted to give you guys an option just to know what I'm using, since a lot of people ask. So let's go ahead and get started. Make your selections and go straight to the timestamp. All right, you guys, so if you chose number 1 or the Moonstone Heart Orgonite, let's go ahead and see what is the energies behind this connection. Why do you keep being drawn back to it? So let's go ahead and get the messages. What is the energy here behind all of this? Very first thing that Spirit is wanting to bring up has something to do with an ending. So death and an ending. We also have the energy of winter. So winter could be specific as in when you met this person, or perhaps when things ended. But obviously the Grim Reaper is difficult because it's something that we're needing to let go of. The Grim Reaper comes when it's time to go, when the ending is near, okay? Wow, look at this, you guys. We have dark and light. So I'm getting immediately that you have a lot of shadow and also a lot of light with this connection. So sometimes you might feel really dark, as in you're just done, you've had it. It's just, you feel like it's the end, and then all of a sudden there's this resurrection and you're feeling this light energy with this individual again. You're seeing them in a good light. So you're kind of like in a tug of war with yourself is what I'm seeing here. That's really interesting. What else? Okay, yeah, I'm telling you, Spirit's just talking amazingly through the cards right now. It's cycles. You're going back and forth. It cycles back around. So there's something for you to cycle out or cycle through with this individual. So I'm getting that one of the reasons that it's not leaving you is because there's still something that you haven't dealt with, or something that you just haven't cleared within yourself. So any kind of shadows that are still with you, you might feel like you've cleared it, or perhaps maybe sometimes what we do is we just decide we're just going to shut something out and not feel it. And all that does is it just ends up suppressing energy. So if you guys have been doing that with this particular person, this is just an indication to really, let the shadow come through. Let the energy come through. Don't allow it to consume you and stay there, but feel it, maybe wallow in it for a minute, let it marinate, and then work on cleansing and healing and purging and forgiving and, sending this person away with light in your heart. Now, this does not indicate here that you've come together with this individual just to basically have to say goodbye to them and forget them forever. I am getting here that there's just some sort of a cycle perhaps that maybe you're in or they're in, and there's something that needs to clear. Cycles could be karmic cycles, karmic patterns, things like that. So there's something about this connection that's not quite ready at this time, but there's a reason that you're being triggered with the dark and the light. Okay, they're triggering your dark and your light. And so you're meant to find that balance is what I'm getting here when it comes to this individual. So let's go ahead and get some more messages in regards to what this means and why you're feeling this energy. What is the hidden world with you and this individual? Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Resurrection, comeback, rebirth, renewal. So I'm also getting that there is some sort of a past life connection with this individual. So it's no wonder that you feel a very strong tie to them. This is something that's been resurrected in this life. I'm also getting that it's something that may resurrect later on. So even if it seems kind of dormant or even over right now, I'm actually getting that this will not always be the case. So it could be an indication why you can't let them go is because there is perhaps some sort of healed white light energy, higher vibrational energy after an old cycle has closed. So there's a resurrection, rebirth, and renewal that's connected to this individual. 3 + 2 is the number 5, and so that indicates some sort of change. So this person represents change in your life. They help you to resurrect you. I'm also getting that this person is responsible. Well, it's not they're responsible, but they trigger an awakening within you. So it's sometimes when we have an awakening, it's the most amazing, incredible thing. We feel so amazing, we feel so intense, we feel so blessed. But then all of a sudden that shadow comes in and it's like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting all this intensity and all these things that are coming up for me now. So this is about cycling through energy. So this person is like a catalyst in order to help you to awaken to some aspect of yourself and to clear certain things. So it's a very important connection. That's what I'm seeing here for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and get some more information. Wow. Okay. Helps you to consider your foundation, where you came from, what you're made of. You know, your foundation is the grounded energy in your life. It's your birthplace. It's how you were raised. It's your home. It's where you came from, like I said here. So this is definitely an energy here. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. So this person also really pushes you to kind of figure out how committed are you to your healing, how committed you are to your spiritual path or your spiritual journey. This person might also trigger you in a negative way, as in they're not ready perhaps for a particular connection with you. And so it tests you and it pushes you on whether or not you're going to settle for less than you deserve. So they kind of push you and test you to see how committed you are to loving yourself. Do you love yourself enough to say no? Do you love yourself enough to go through certain cycles and, you know, move towards maybe more positive things? So this person, in a way, pushes you to have to make some difficult choices and changes in your life. All right, so let's go ahead and get some energies here from the Moonchild Tarot. We're going to get 3. We have the 5 of Wands. See, 5s are coming through, and I forgot to show you guys this. 50, but in numerology, you know, you would reduce that to a 5. So 5, 5, 5. There's 5s coming through this particular connection here. Change, struggle through, or change through struggle. So 5 of Wands is an energy where we're really, really conflicted. There could be a lot of drama. There could be a lot of other people that are involved. There can be competing forces with this connection. You could be competing for this person's maybe attention. Maybe you're fighting with someone else to be with this individual. It could be family members. It could be where you come from. It could be your values are a little bit different. So this person helps to push you through perhaps some sort of, you know, just foundational energy that's just kind of inbred, like bred in you. So 5 of Wands is definitely that energy of feeling like you're up against a battle and things are just not quite clicking. There's a lot of issues here. But I'm getting that there's change through these struggles and issues. Ooh, we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands to me is a master, okay? The Wands energy to me is very spiritual as well. So I'm getting a lot of fire with this one, a lot of fiery energy. Fire means a few different things to me. Fire is creativity, fire is passion, fire is action, and fire also represents spirituality to me. The Cups energy, water also does, but the Wands do as well for me as a reader. So when I see a king in a particular element, this is telling me there's a mastery of this particular element or suit. And so when I see this, this is mastery of oneself. This is really figuring out who you are and what you came here to do. So I do feel like there's some kind of an element where through the struggles that you have with this individual actually pushes you to find yourself and to be a better person and to maybe even find your mission and to master your skills in this lifetime. I'm also getting, like somebody that is like a muse in your creations, somebody who kind of breaks your heart in a way, but it helps you to utilize that energy and turn it into something positive. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So let's get one last tarot on this. Four of Wands, you guys, 1111. And it was 1111 on the screen right when this card came through. So some of you guys could be dealing with the twin flame. There's a spiritual awakening with this particular one here for sure. So that's one of the reasons why it is difficult to let this person go or to forget about them, because it's a very intense connection. You feel it on a soul level. It wakes you up. That's what the resurrection is. It wakes you up. It changes you forever. So something that changes you forever, it's pretty difficult to let go of. Now, the Four of Wands is our foundation. That's literally what this card means. It's foundation. I think it's interesting that we have this card that says, consider your foundation. Consider the foundation of this connection. I feel like this connection obviously has been built in another lifetime. And so you come into this life and you come together with this individual, you guys touch, and then there is this beautiful spark. There's this beautiful light that can never be extinguished. So it's a light that you carry with you forever. All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and end the reading with some possible future energies with this connection. So, depending on what's going on or where you guys are at right now with this individual, let's see some upcoming energies, some possible upcoming energies for this connection. And we're going to get one card from this deck. Trust your path. So Spirit is telling you to trust your path with this connection. Trust that you're on the correct path with this one. It says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So Spirit's telling you to have faith on this path. You are supported. So what would you do if you knew that your destination is actually, it's actually already in place? Your path has already been created for you. You just have to basically walk it. That's it. So it's asking you, if you knew that you were supported on this path, what would you do? Well, if you knew all the answers, if you knew how it was going to end up, or how it was all going to play out, you probably wouldn't maybe try. Maybe it'd just be too easy. It wouldn't be exciting. It wouldn't be life. So there's a reason that we don't know everything that is going to happen. Okay. We have the moon. The moon, you guys, is about the unknown. This is about your intuition. This is about trusting in your intuition. Also, we have the moon as in cycles. Cycles already came through with this connection. So there's something that the moon is also about shadow work to me as a reader. So this is definitely some kind of an energy that's already connecting with what came through. So you guys are continuing this energy. It doesn't mean that there won't be any change, but it's unknown what's going to happen. But it's supposed to be unknown. It would be no fun if you already knew everything that was going to happen. But trust in the plan. Oh my gosh, we have the Empress now. The Empress is like a divine feminine energy. It's about creativity and abundance. It's about enjoying your life, enjoying your path. So enjoy your journey. Don't just focus on the destination. Really enjoy the journey along the way. Stop to smell the frickin' roses is what I'm seeing here. Make sure. And I have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have 3 major arcana. This tells me, you guys, this is very fortunate and very favorable outcome. The Wheel of Fortune tells me there's something about fate and destiny with this connection. So this is an energy here that as we continue to work on ourselves, as we continue to live our best lives, and we step into our mission, and we really, really take care of our own energy, this literally bears fruit for our future. The wheel begins to shift and change after a period of, let's just say, stagnation or darkness in this connection. So it's not indicating when things will shift and change. It's just showing you and stating that it will change at some point down the line. So there is going to be movement and a resurrection in this connection once again. So that's probably why you can't forget it. One is because it's a higher connection, okay? With some twin flame energy here, but also it's because it's fated and it's destined for you and it's a part of your path. So just trust your path, continue to take care of you, and everything is going to magically frickin' unfold. What an amazing reading if you guys chose number 1. So not sure if we could top that, but hey, let's go ahead and try. So if you guys were satisfied with that, stick with that. If you guys want to pick another number, you guys are more than welcome to. All right, you guys, if you chose number 2 or the blue Christmas tree, let's go ahead and get some energies. So why can't you forget about this person? What is the energy surrounding that? Why is it so difficult to let them go? What does it mean? Oof, we have the spirit of the armor. That's really interesting energy. That energy is telling me here that there is definitely somebody that has their guard up. Somebody where it's like a fight or flight energy. So spirit of armor. Somebody has their armor up. Somebody has their defense up. This is also an energy, it says tactical. So there is a tactical approach that maybe must be taken in regards to this connection for whatever reason. It could be dangerous is what I'm also seeing as well. So it's not really giving us anything just yet. See, there's something forbidden about this connection. So it could be one of the reasons that you feel so drawn to it is because it's dangerous. That's what I'm getting here. Because for us to have a gun and we have the snake, which says forbidden, yeah, definitely some very seductive, very tricky energy. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing here. Ooh, we have destruction. So again, I feel like there's certain things that, like this connection comes at a price. It may have really done a number on us. It may have completely just destroyed what we felt like or who we were. And I don't mean that as in you haven't been able to recover, but there has been something, perhaps like a piece of you that has been taken that you have not been able to restore. That's just what I'm getting as well. It's like someone came into your life and turned it upside down. But unfortunately, I feel like there's no closure here because there's been a door that has been put up or somebody has their armor up and they won't let you in. And so it's now become like this forbidden thing where you can't really reach out and fix this situation or deal with this situation or go towards it for whatever reason. This could be because maybe you're unavailable as well. It doesn't have to be just the other person. But there's something to where if you guys were to go towards it, a lot of things would be destroyed. This could be families. This could be, just anything, things that people have built up. So I feel like there's a lot of energy that is like we're really having to restrain ourselves with this one. And I'm not just getting it for you, the person watching the video, I'm getting it for your individual as well. People really have to restrain themselves from this connection. And you can hear on the outside, there's like this siren. It's like there's something that's just like, it's just like a panicked energy. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and get some more messages. Let's go ahead and get the energy of the hidden world with this one, okay? What is the energy of the hidden world with this connection? We have the energy of the oracle. Wow. Sacred living, spirit speaking intervention. What I'm getting with this, you guys, is that Obviously, the oracle is about, the oracle speaks. The cards speak. You get some sort of a sign from spirit. That's like an oracle. So that's why it says spirit is speaking and there's an intervention. So I feel like spirit has spoken, and spirit is saying that there is some kind of an energy that's holding you back from this individual. So I feel like this is either a circumstantial thing. People's circumstances are just not quite ready to come together and work on this connection. Or there's just something that is very enticing about it. And so we really have to restrain ourselves. But we have intervention. I'm almost getting that spirit would have to intervene in order for this connection to move forward. So I need to get some more information. This one's a little, it's a little heavy. Complicated. That's what it is. It's a little complicated. This one's definitely complicated. So there's a lot of complications I feel with your person, and that's probably one of the reasons why you're so drawn to it, is because not only is it enticing, but I'm also getting that there's a lack of closure here. It's kind of like you guys could have been so great, but you were not given the chance, okay? You were not given the chance. So it's like that leftover feeling of just not satisfied. That's what I am picking up on here. Oh, see, I'm telling you. The Hanged Man. Something happened here. Something put this on hold. Something basically stopped the flow of this connection. There was an interruption here. Something came through like a freaking tornado and tore the two of you apart, is what I'm seeing here. So it could have been, let's just say, another person, another relationship. It could have been a job. It could have been family circumstances, whatever this is. But this is an energy here of intervention. So I'm getting a couple of messages with this one. It's not just one meaning. There's two. One of them means that something happened for a reason because the timing just was not right for this connection. But I'm also getting that spirit will intervene again when the time is correct. Now, the Hanged Man is also a card of an awakening. So people have to see things from a particular perspective. So I feel like perhaps maybe you and this person were connected at one time, something happened, and now there's this separation. But it's during the separation where people are seeing things from a totally different and renewed perspective. We also have sacred living. That's what that card says. So I do see the Hanged Man as a very spiritual person. This is somebody who is sacrificing. This would be like a monk or a nun, not literally, but we're just going to use that as an example. Somebody that dedicates their lives, to their faith. So it's that kind of energy here. So I feel like there's a real spiritual awakening. So it's kind of like number one, there was like an awakening, but this to me is more about our own spiritual truth, our own spiritual path, how we're living our lives. Are we happy the way that we're living our lives? I feel like maybe something happens in order to take the two of you off a particular path. And so now you guys are in this forced, perhaps, separation. And because of this, because you guys can't be together, it forces you now to go deeply within yourself and really live a completely different type of life. So it's definitely a major challenge for sure, but it's definitely one of those things where there's a higher purpose here with the Hanged Man. There's a higher calling or a higher purpose with you and this individual. Very similar to the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation. It is a card that is, we're going to sleep and we are, taking a rest. We're taking a breather. We're taking a time out. And while we're in this time out, we have an opportunity to recover and to heal and to go deeply within ourselves to figure out what it is that we want before moving forward. So Something happened. There was a disruption in this connection, but it's for a higher purpose, you guys. That's what I'm seeing here. It's for a higher purpose. Now, I'm looking at the numbers and I see 3 plus 1, that's number 4, and now I'm seeing 4. So a lot of 5s came up in the first reading, and now I'm seeing 4s with this particular reading. So to me, this is definitely an energy here of our foundation, our own grounded energy, who we are, and, really building ourselves or even resurrecting ourselves from the ground up. That's what I'm seeing here. Really working on ourselves. The cards don't lie. The cards don't lie, you guys. 4 cups. 4, 4, 4. Okay. So that could be significant. Maybe you see a lot of 4s with this particular connection. These 4s definitely have something to tell you. So a 4 of Cups to me is an extremely spiritual card. I used to just look at this card as a card that somebody's rejecting you or somebody isn't interested. Now, of course, the 4 of Cups does hold that meaning, but there's so much more to the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is about not being satisfied with what you have in front of you, as in material things, people, superficial crap, things that just really don't hold much meaning. So as you can see, this individual is going within, just like this individual, just like this individual. So something has happened to force people to live a more spiritual life. So one of the reasons that you're having a difficult time letting this person go is because your connection was interrupted because of some higher lesson or some higher purpose. So you might look at this individual and really, really want to be with them and come together with them in a romantic sense. And why can't we be a couple right now? And this isn't saying that that can't ever be, but there's something bigger going on with the two of you than just you guys coming together and being a couple. There's something individually happening in this connection that's much more important than just a romantic relationship. So you guys came together. You may have felt this intensity, and then something happened and it tore you guys apart, and now you guys are living in separate lives, but you guys are parallel is what I'm getting here. You guys are both parallel, going through similar situations and similar awakenings and similar spiritual lessons. Side by side, 2 people are doing it here. And I feel like maybe one person is more logical and another person is more emotional. So you guys are at a little bit of a different speed, but the overall lesson and journey is the same. So it's a spiritual connection. It's a spiritual journey for sure, but there's definitely something where someone is really having to go within in order to let their guard down, in order to heal for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get another message here. Okay, just when I was talking about this energy here of it's not really about, coming together with this individual for a romantic reason. There is romance here though. So it does say, lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So it doesn't mean that there's a lack of a connection here. There's definitely an energy of romance. There's definitely an energy where people have come together at one time and have experienced this romance. And this may also be telling us here that at some point in this connection, after this healing or journey, this spiritual quest has been taken, there may be time for a romantic connection later on. But the thing is, there's something deeper going on than just the romance of this connection. It exists. There is a chemistry here. There is a connection here. But I feel like what this card is saying is that there will be time to lavish each other later on after you guys go through this necessary spiritual journey and just growth. Yeah, so beautiful. So that's one of the reasons why it might be difficult for you to let go as well, is because this may have been the romance of a lifetime. This may have just completely turned your world upside down and swept you off your feet, and you've never felt anything like this with anybody ever. And you may never feel that way with anyone ever again. And that's not to doom you. It's just that this is a specific kind of a connection that's supposed to rock your freaking world. So this is going to be the possible future shifts and energies in this connection. Oh, we have trust the niggle. It says, what is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? And so that's the thing, you guys. If you guys get feelings here and there, light or dark, it's trying to tell you something. And I'm also getting that you guys are very energetically connected with this individual. So sometimes if you're feeling intense, and sometimes if you're feeling down or really happy, it literally could be because you're feeling this person's energy. You're being affected by this person's energy because there's such a close connection here. So trust what you're getting. See, Six of Cups. This is a card where somebody's feeling your energy. They're thinking about you. You're thinking about them. So trust what you're feeling because this individual hasn't forgotten about you. Okay? So why can't you forget them? Because it's a connection. Six of Cups is like a past life connection. Six of Cups is like a close connection. Two lovers wanting to reconcile at some point down the line. So I feel like this is definitely an energy here where this woman, she's sitting here at the shore, she's looking at these castles in the sky. So there is definitely this energy here of this romantic fantasy of coming together with this individual. Now, of course, this card doesn't guarantee that that will happen, but this person is thinking about you too, and they have not forgotten you. So trust your feelings because the feelings that you're getting are about this person thinking about you and feeling your energy too. So trust it. We have the Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This tells me here that there is, in the future, possibly going to be a reconciliation because the Six of Cups is a reunion between past people that were together at one time. We can obviously clearly see here that you guys, there's something that's happened. So it does look to me like there may be a chance for a new beginning and a fresh start, which is that Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles means that we're solid now. We can move forward now with something solid. I have something solid to offer. Maybe I didn't before, but I do now. So again, I feel like this is a future card. Somebody is going to be able to lavish you with their, what does this say? Personal attention and affection. Maybe they weren't able to before, but they certainly will now. And the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is a card of getting stuck in our heads. So this is an energy here of trusting. Trust, it says trust the niggle, right? Trust that feeling. What is this feeling trying to tell you? You may be getting this feeling perhaps that this individual and you at some point will come back together. Maybe you're getting signs that that's happening. Maybe you're seeing a lot of fours, which came up in this reading here, right? 8, 4 plus 4 is 8. So that's another indication to me of fours. But 8 is also an infinity symbol. Like what comes around, goes around. So it's kind of like something's going to come back around. There's an infinite connection here. Things loop back, from the past. So trust your feelings and try not to get stuck on what you are not seeing happen in the physical world. Trust your intuition and your feelings instead of what you're seeing in front of you with this one. This is a different type of a connection. This is the type of a connection where there's a higher purpose involved. And when higher purposes are involved, it makes it a little bit more difficult to keep the faith because it just seems like, is this real? Am I really feeling this? Can I trust this? Or is this just wishful thinking? I'm getting definitely not. This is definitely a connection where both people are feeling this connection and both people are wanting to reconcile at some point. So trust your intuition that your person is feeling very similar to you, but they're going through a spiritual journey and awakening right now, just like you are or have been. And so at some point, things will come back around. So try not to get stuck in your head with fears and try not to get stuck in the loop of not being able to move forward. You can't just wait around for this individual to return to your life. You still got a life to live. But if this person is meant to come back, they certainly will. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that message. Let's move on into number 3. All right, you guys, so if you chose number 3 or the Eclipse Orgonite, let's get your message. So what is the energy here of why you are having a difficult time letting this person go? Why can't you forget about them? Well, we have this spirit of the gift. So spirit of Saint Nicholas, it represents gifts, generosity, and assistance. So it could be one of the reasons that you're having a difficult time letting this person go is maybe there was a lot of things that they did for you. There's a lot that they provided for you. Now, it doesn't mean material. It could just mean emotionally, the way that they made you feel. It could also be an energy where you feel like you gave them a lot. And so sometimes when we give a lot to other people and they leave us or they no longer want us in their lives anymore, we feel gypped. So there could be that reason too. We have reconciliation. Well, one of the reasons that you want to come, or one of the reasons that you can't let go of this person is because you really, really want to reconcile. This is not somebody that you want to forget about. Maybe you feel like one day it's going to happen. So that's why you're not letting go. It's because you know one day it's going to freaking happen. But what I am getting here is that this is an energy here where we must surrender. You know, we must surrender perhaps to the gift of what this lesson is, or this person, or this lesson, or this experience is trying to teach us. Again, when you let go, if something returns to you, it's yours. So that's the energy I'm getting here. So I feel like one of the reasons that you are having a difficult time letting this go is because you really want to come back together with this individual. And it may be because you felt like you put a lot of time and effort into it and it just didn't have the kind of payout or outcome that you were wanting. So you feel like a little empty or maybe even shorthanded, or you just really loved the energy that you received from this individual, you know? And so you just are really wanting to come back together with them. That's the energy here. So that makes sense. It makes complete and total sense. So let's go ahead and get the energy here of the hidden world. What is the energy of the hidden world with this one? Insight. So this is talking about magical tools, writing, and star crafting. Interesting. So we can see this wizard here. He's just sitting there under the stars. He's got his little magical pen. It looks like that iridescent pen, his crystal ball, and all these things. So this is about insight, having insight to something. I do feel like you guys have this thought or this feeling or this intuitive, just inner knowingness that you and this person are going to reconcile at some point. So you feel like there's no reason to close this chapter out because you feel like there is some sort of a reconciliation right around the corner. So I am getting here that the world, this is something about you're seeing it in the stars. Maybe you're doing even automatic writing, or you're seeing certain things in writing. There's certain things that you're writing. Maybe you're writing something. You're writing maybe a book or poetry or something when it comes to this individual. It's almost like you're writing this person back into your life. That's what I'm getting. I hope that that makes sense to some of you. But you're writing this person back into your life. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to actually be putting pen to paper. You could be writing with your mind, with your thoughts. That is a form of manifestation. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word I want to use. Just creative visualization. Yeah, creative visualization. So you're using your sight, your insight in order to create something. That's what I'm getting here with this. Wow. So let's get some tarot on this. Let's see what else Spirit has to say in regards to this. I feel like you're keyed into this. You're keyed in. And you're kind of like, I don't need to let go of this person because I just know. That's what I'm getting with this one. I just know. Page of Cups, yeah, you just know that there is something that's coming, a message. Page of Cups is a message of love. It's kind of like you're putting that out into the universe, and that's what you're wanting to get back. It's coming back. It's returning to you. So I feel like there's a lot of law of attraction energy with this particular number 3. You're practicing the law of attraction. You're practicing positive thinking. Your goal is to come back together with this individual. So that's one of the reasons why you're having a difficult time letting it go. I don't even feel like maybe you're trying to let it go at this point. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, there's that little bit of fearful energy, kind of like, I don't want to be a fool. I don't want to be a chump. I don't want to waste my time. But I feel like the majority of your energy is really keyed into this inner knowingness that when I set something free, it will return. So you're surrendering it, you are letting it go. And sometimes it might be difficult to let it go because you want to reconcile with this individual, but you know the energy, the way that it works. In order for it to flow, you've got to let it go. You've got to surrender. And so this helps it to flow. It helps the universe. When we have specific expectations or specific things that we want, sometimes that very attached energy to what that is can get in the way of it returning to us. So I feel like you guys are learning something about manifestation, law of attraction, things like that with number 3. Ten of Swords. See, the Ten of Swords is surrender here. So again, something may have happened with this person or this individual where you have to surrender it. You have to let something end, or there has been an ending. And because of this, rather than sitting with those swords in your back, which looks quite painful, you're going to go ahead and surrender this energy, and you're really going to focus on creating what it is that you want. So you don't want to sit in this pain. You know that, okay? You've been there, done that. You're not interested in that energy. You want to move forward, and you want to surrender that painful energy. And you want to instead focus on the love, focus on the light, focus on the gift of this connection. So I feel like you guys are seeing the gift in this connection. You're seeing the assistance that it has brought you. Maybe it's brought you some new insights. Maybe some of you are more spiritual than you ever have been because of this situation. And so this is something all new for you. It's beautiful. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is an energy of persevering and hanging in there. It's an energy of really going through a tough time. So we do see this with the Ten of Swords. There has been some sort of pain or a tough time with this connection. But the thing is, you've survived. You've survived. It's been tough, but you've survived. You've let go, and you're literally just focused on the positives. And I feel like there is definitely some sort of an energy when it comes to a message of love or even an apology with somebody returning to your life. And you know that's going to happen. And you might have difficulty with that sometimes, but I feel like the majority of your energy is saying, I know it's just a matter of time. Yep. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get another message here. See, you appreciate this moment. So when we're in the energy here of St. Nicholas, this is an energy here of gifts, generosity, and assistance, okay? So you're literally in this energy here where you're appreciating, you have the gratitude, you see the gift, you appreciate this experience, you appreciate this person, you appreciate your journey, you appreciate even the pain because it's had something to teach you. So it says, each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So you know that this is literally leading back to love, whether that's loving yourself or the love between you and this individual. So I just feel like you're not really having too tough of a time letting go. And if you are, that may not resonate with you. But I feel like the majority of you are just kind of maybe losing hope here and there. But there is a very much an inner knowingness or insight that you have, and you're practicing your tools, and you're relying on the stars, and you're relying on spirit basically to be your guide at this time. And I feel like the signs that you're getting are leading you to this energy that says at some point we're going to come back together. Yeah. So that is what I'm seeing. So that's why it's so important to you, and you don't want to let it go, is because you feel that it's something that's going to return at some point. Do something to shift your vibration. So again, you guys are heavily working on manifestation. You're all about good vibes. You're all about energy. So yeah, Spirit is telling you here just to dance, raise your vibration. Whatever it is, do it because it is freaking working. Law of attraction is huge in this number 3 here. So if you chose it, if you don't know a lot about it, which I feel like most of you do, but if you don't, learn more about it. Learn more about manifesting and energy work, energy healing. Because it's only going to make you that much stronger and that much more positive to get what you want. So this is an energy here of the future. So possible future energies coming through. So definitely you're shifting your vibration. You're coming out of any energy that is holding you back. So you're surrendering Ten of Swords energy. You're surrendering anything that was painful and stuck. You're also surrendering your need to fight or defend yourself. You're just forgiving. You're going into that energy of feeling really healed and really, really good. Like your vibration is so freaking high that the energy that's flowing to you is just so positive. That's why we have reconciliation coming up, because you're in the flow, like you're in the zone of getting what you desire. Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is what we are dreaming of. There's a lot of possibilities here is what Spirit's saying. A lot of possibilities. We have the Chariot, 2 sevens in a row. So we've had each reading come up with its own set of numbers. So sevens, the first one was fives, the second one was fours, and now we have sevens. So sevens to me are very spiritual numbers. So it is a number of a spiritual lesson here. So there's a lot of spiritual energy when it comes to manifestation and your energy and your vibration and where you're at and what you're wanting to attract. So the Chariot is about moving ahead, being determined to move ahead and not allowing anything to stand in your way. So this is very much positive thinking here to get what it is that you desire. You're going towards I swear to God, I can't believe this. 777, you guys, I am telling you. Each reading that I've done tonight, it's like, what? Spirit is just amazing. So here you go. That's why I love to draw all my cards on camera, because there's just no question. But yeah, Seven of Crystals is the Seven of Pentacles. So it's interesting because I have some energy that's a little kind of stop, go, stop, stop, go, stop. So it's kind of like in the future of this connection, you may hit some snags, but don't let that take you down. Don't let that be any kind of a roadblock for you, because you're practicing your craft and you're practicing vibration and manifestation, visualization, focusing on what you want, not focusing on the past, not focusing on what happened or what could happen. You're not focused on your fears or the negatives. You are focused on forward movement and you're focused on the positive things that you want to create. And if it happens to bring you back with this person, fantastic. So one of the reasons I'm seeing here, the reason for this reading is why you can't let this person go, is because you know somehow that you and this person are coming back together at some point. So you don't really need to do much except for to keep focusing on yourself and moving forward in a positive way. And it just looks to me like it's miraculously coming through, because the Seven of Pentacles is also a card of a seed that's well planted. So this is a seed that you planted a long time ago and it's bearing fruit later on. So you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this reading and resonated with the messages. And if you didn't, no worries. All right, take care. Bye-bye.